going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Sponge, sponge, please. Check, check, check. Check, check. On the ball. Check, check.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go play action with Jackson. He finds Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw again is Jackson. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Weber, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trout. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun for Sam. Being chased out left. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on offense. Black Rabbit. Kill.
They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. second down. It's Freeman, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but have 2 in the first quarter. That's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Got a man open. That's Harry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And look at this, it's a fake. 20. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Zone, touchdown Buccaneers. Braxton Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. They fought Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's.
Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Jones has it. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Go. 25. Check 25. Hey, watch it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 27, Ryan looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts of it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Hey, Alpha. Go! Hey, Mike's 15, Mike's 15.
2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. And an alley to run. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's a short kick taken near the 18.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Hey, 4 down. Check. Hey, Tuesday. Let us go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They toss to Freeman. Room here to run. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yo.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
This is caught by Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Hakeem Butler, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 27th, Ryan caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47th. Here's Ryan. Looking in zone for Jones. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And look at this. It's a fake, but he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson. Catch is made by Harry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jackson, option right. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go one more.
On 3rd down, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now Ryan on 1st down. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because of the zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. They go play action with Ryan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Ryan Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Looking down, and this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by Howard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Got his man. That's Harry. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. And he's got it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Jones. They'll roll him out right. Buccaneer touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his third touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's into the clear. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 5.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Buccaneers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.